Hello everyone, I'm Henry Lee, blueheronarts.com. Now I'm going to show you how to design and carve a custom seal for Teni design. Teni design is a business of Thomas. My client Thomas showed me this image of two Japanese kanji or Chinese characters. They basically the same but with slightly different variations in print or handwriting. But in seal script, both Chinese and Japanese use the same traditional seal script that hasn't been changed for 2,000 years from the Han Dynasty. Before I do the design, you need to place the order with a specific stone that you can choose from blueheronarts.com online store, and also with your supplies like seal ink, and of course the carving service as a package. So from the time receiving the order, I will show you some preview images that I will design based on the shape of or size of the stone. In this case, you can see the stone is in a very natural shape. So it's not a perfect square, so I need to adapt the characters according to the shape of the stone. That's why I need to receive the orders to start work on this design and according to the shape of the stone. The character normally is written in square, like this character in Chinese is Xi, means the stream, and the second character is Gu. But in design we can make some adjustment so it will fill in the space to look more complete and balanced. So I showed 4 designs in style that's my client Thomas requested, and he picked number 4, which is relatively more kind of squareized. The earlier, the script is more pictographic, more like a picture of something, and a little bit abstract painting kind in Chinese ancient or old seal script. This is what we call the official seal script or the small seal script, and then after that, I make a transfer onto the stone. This is how I do it. I'll make a coupon with some stamps. The prints from a laser printer. Now I sand the stone to remove the wax. Okay, I'll just take one coupon from the printout, computer printout. This is the correct image, and we'll make a print on the stone so it will become flipped a mirror image. So when the final imprint is made on paper, again it will be in the correct orientation. I use a liquid called acetone. It's a nail polish remover. I just pour on the back of the print it penetrates through and evaporates very fast. I wait about 10 seconds. You see the ink turns translucent a little bit. And then I use palm to rub it, to press first. And then use a piece of plastic to rub it. And then lift it. So it's almost like a print on the stone from the computer. The best part of this laser print is it won't be erased with moisture. So it's a very handy way. And you can use a permanent marker to trace it if it's not very clear. But I can, as far as I can see, it's okay to carve now. I like the kind of antique look with some graininess. So we can recreate the kind of antiquarian taste or flavor. Okay, now I'm going to carve with a medium-sized cutting tool. For this style, I'll cut twice per stroke along the side of the line. So both sides is smooth. If you cut one side, the other side is coarse. You don't have to cut too deep in this method. You can also use this kind of movement called cutting instead of pushing. Depends on the stone. This stone is kind of grainy, I'll call it. So I try to keep it smooth, so I cut it instead of push. So with the image approved, there's no surprise. What you will get as a final result. However, with this hand carving process, there may be some accidents, but I hope these are happy ones. As the stone may chip or create this fault, and some of them are intended. You can cut all the upper side of each stroke, every stroke, then the lower half, so you don't have to turn the stone all the time. That's what I'm doing on this one. This is Tianhuan stone. It's a very granny, sandy kind of nice stone. Will look very natural. Okay, the second character. This term or name is valley, 溪谷 in Chinese, Teni in Japanese pronunciation. So each character is different. The first one meaning stream, the second one is the valley, the stream in between the mountains. Valley with a stream, actually, precisely. General term for valley. I also make a print which is a mirror image, so I can see it as a reference if I need it. Okay, now it's time to modify or fine-tune the details. Like the beginning of each stroke has to be rounded without sharp points. And finally, I would make the margin to be rounded. So it will look like an old antique seal. Okay, now I have cleaned up the seal, and I'm going to make a first imprint to see how it looks like compared to the design. Okay, you load the seal fully with ink paste and check all the corners, and you can blow some air from the mouth to make it less grainy and more solid, if you will. And press hard. I did put some padding under the paper You can put a thick magazine or something. Just press hard, straight down, and lift carefully with the finger of the left hand. Hold the paper in place and then lift it. Yeah, I like the grainy look. That's the nature of this stone. As I said, if you want to make it more solid, you can press harder and load more ink, basically. On the rice paper, it will be less grainy because it's absorbent. Each print is like a art, like a woodblock printing. It's craft. You can control something. I press really hard this time. See, this is more solid. Yeah, I think I liked the kind of natural rusted look. It's just perfect match the mini valley, I think. So I need to do is to make a little bit adjustment to some strokes, like this one could be a little broader to match the other. So what I'm going to do is I use a very fine sandpaper to sand a little bit, so it will reduce the graininess also. Okay. One more time. Okay. That's it, I think. I'm going to make an official imprint in my collection album. And you can see on YouTube a overview of an e-book, which is also downloadable from my web store, with 270 such imprints I collected over many years. And this one will be the second volume of that book in future. Okay. And I'll also make an imprint for Thomas, the owner of Teni design. So this is again the business name seal for Teni design. Okay. That's all for this project. I'd like to thank everybody on YouTube for watching, and specific thank Thomas for your special commission of this project. I hope you have a successful business. Thank you very much. Goodbye.